Principal and Vice-Chancellor, staff, distinguished guests, and most importantly, you, the graduating class of 2026. Thank you so much for those kind words and for inviting me to share in your celebrations. Standing here today reminds me of my own graduation. I sat in a hall very much like this, wearing a similar gown, feeling exactly what I suspect you're feeling, a powerful mix of pride, excitement, and a sharp sense of trepidation about what comes next. So if you're feeling those emotions today, let me reassure you, they're completely normal. When I left university, I had a degree, a desire to make a difference, and absolutely no master plan. If you told me then that a working class boy from the valleys of South Wales would eventually become the CEO of one of the world's largest energy utilities, I would have laughed out loud. I had absolutely no roadmap. So if you're concerned that the next 20, 30, or many years are not perfectly mapped out, just don't worry, they don't need to be. Trust me, the path will reveal itself over time. And whilst I can't map it out for you, what I thought I'd do today is give you a few tips that might help you along the way. So first, whatever else you do when you start your careers, just be restless. Never accept the status quo. When you start in business, the phrase, "but we've always done it this way," is one you'll hear a lot. The danger is you'll accept it, fall into line, and blend into the background. But in my experience, it's those who challenge the status quo, those who are genuinely restless to find new and better ways of doing things, who build the most successful and impactful careers. For example, whilst I was at National Grid, people would laugh when we said that one day we would run the electricity network without using a single molecule of fossil fuel. Yet on the 22nd of April this year, Great Britain's electricity system shattered the old playbook, running at 98.8% zero carbon electricity. Your education here at Strathclyde has taught you how to think, how to question, and how to innovate. So please don't lose that spark when you start your careers. Be restless, ask the hard questions, and challenge the world around you. My second tip is very simple. Let your values guide the decisions you make. Throughout your career, you'll face headwinds and unexpected challenges. You'll be tempted to take shortcuts, and you'll face defining moments when the right decision is neither the most popular nor the easiest. In those critical moments, neither corporate strategy nor raw experience will help you, but your values will. You must decide what are the non-negotiable principles that matter to you. For me, it's always been about integrity, ensuring I treat people fairly and with genuine empathy. These values guided me through many difficult days in my career. And my advice to you is to identify your own core values right now, anchor yourselves to them, and use them as your compass. My third tip is to have the courage to own and learn from your mistakes. Setbacks and failures are not just normal, they're an inevitable part of a meaningful career. What defines you is not the stumble itself, but how you respond to it. During my time at National Grid, I had more failures than I care to admit. When you accidentally black out the whole of South London, as I did in 2003, or when a mistake that you made leaves 500,000 customers in New England in the midst of winter without electricity for an entire week, you certainly take a very deep breath. But what I learned from these events was if you have the courage to stand up, own your mistakes, and actively learn from them, people will not abandon you. They'll respect you, they'll trust you, and support you even more. And so to my final tip. One of the largest projects I delivered during my time at National Grid was the London Power Tunnels, a massive engineering feat to rewire London by digging a 33-kilometre tunnel deep under the city to bring renewable power from the East Coast. To celebrate the launch, Prince Charles, as he was at the time, came to officially open it. There I was, standing in a tiny changing room, hundreds of meters underground, squeezing into high-vis overalls and a safety gear, side by side with the future King of England. And as I stood there checking if the Prince looked as ridiculous in a hard hat as I did, I realized an important lesson. No matter how bizarre, unexpected, or completely surreal a situation gets in your career, just roll with it. So let me conclude by saying, graduates, Strathclyde is world famous as the place of useful learning. This great institution has given you all the skills you'll need to be successful in your careers. But the world right now doesn't need people who just fit in. It needs people like you to challenge and change it. So as you leave this hall today, be restless for change. Stay true to your core values and have the courage to own your own journey. You've earned every bit of the pride you feel today. Congratulations again and enjoy the day. Thank you.